Next up, welcome William Bennett and Mark and Chris Fuller from the University of Sheffield. They'll be pitching Starsports Development, which is an idea for sports retail and promotion for squash and racquetball through a physical shop, 2 websites, 2 tournament series and a festival. Wow. William, Mark and Chris, you've got 3 minutes.
Hello everyone, as you've just heard, I'm Will Bennett and I'm here to tell you the story of Starsports Development Limited. We were incorporated last year in March and I'm one of 3 directors, my 2 business partners here, Chris and Mark, both professional squash players, and our business is in the squash and racquetball market. There is a massive market for this in the UK. There are over 500,000 players who play regularly at least twice a week. And not only that, it's a worldwide market as well. Our original business concept was to set up a website for information, a tournament series, and then an online retail business. The tournament series would be used to then market all our online activities. We've already set that up, and it worked really well for racquetball. Last year, we turned over £30,000 for our racquetball business. £15,000 of that we made as profit, which we then reinvested straight away back into the business to create our fantasy squash concept. Fantasy squash is just like your fantasy football, and players can come on and play the game. And basically, the idea behind that is to drive, again, more sales through our online retail business. It's the first ever game like it in the world for squash, and we're hoping it will really promote the sports as well and drive more recognition for professional squash players all around the world. We also run 2 $5,000 tournaments, so we invest $10,000 every year back into the sport to promote the elite level. And this is one of our key differentiators from all our competitors. We really develop the sport from grassroots right through to the elite, and we're really proud of that. Our 2 tournament series, we run an 8-tournament UK racquetball series, the #1 series in the UK, and a fantasy squash series for squash tournaments, another 8 tournaments all around the UK. And these are all used to promote our online sales business. Moving on into the future, we're looking to turn over £130,000 this year. And we are looking to take on our first full-time employee at the end of the year. And they'll work alongside us 3 directors, as well as 7 of our other casual staff in our physical shop in Nottingham. And that is now turning over quite significant sums, up to about, well, £2,600 a week. So that's going really well. And then into the future and looking forwards, we're hoping to launch our own racket brand manufactured for high-end in the UK. And that is our vision. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening. Once again, I'm Will Bennett, and we are Starsports Development. Thank you.
Well done. Emma, do you want to kick off?
No, I'm really sorry. I have a major question for you, which is I have not read the business plans, but I did not get from that what you're actually selling.
Squash and racquetball equipment.
So you are selling the equipment itself?
Yes, so online retail store, we have a website, all our 2 websites and all our racquetball series direct everyone to our online retail business selling squash and racquetball
My
equipment.
concern, so great business, and I love the fact that you're doing all the kind of festivities around it. My concern is the scalability of your business.
Completely. So it's a worldwide market. We've already made sales overseas. We've had sold to Brazil, Spain, France, Germany, and we've already sold to those markets. The reason why a lot of people think the squash market is smaller than it is because the professional game isn't as popular as some people might like, so we're looking to address that. The second thing is also it's such an easy hop from squash into tennis, into badminton, and we're looking, once we've built a solid base in squash, to then translate that into all our other markets as well.
Can I follow on from Emma's
question?
Yes,
of course,
because I did read your business plan twice, and I thought that the projections were pretty modest in terms of growth. And you mention in the plan there are limiting factors that you could grow a lot faster, but you don't actually say what you need to grow faster. So I wonder what you would say to that.
I think at the minute we're struggling for time, offices, facilities, admin, accountancy, and all those kind of professional services.
But you haven't mentioned money.
Well, that is key, obviously, but we're hoping our business will help to provide that. So our tournaments are actually very profitable. The whole driver behind our business so far has been the fact that we've managed to bring on sponsorship, which has meant 100% of our entry fee for all our tournaments is profit.
But are you open to investment?
Yes, we are.
Doug, have you got a...
Well, I sort of have a bewildering variety of questions. Your numbers don't make perfect sense to me. You know, if a retail store is turning over $2,500 a week, that extrapolates out to approximately 120,000 pounds a year. Your projection for next year is 130,000 pounds, and yet you talk about how your online store and other things also are revenue generators, but I'm going to leave all that aside.
Yeah.
Because what I actually hear, the business you are, is an e-commerce site. And that e-commerce site, therefore, is in competition with other e-commerce sites. And therefore, the heart of your business is how effective you are when a person is one click away from directly comparing you to somebody else who also sells squash and racquetball. And as I'm sure you know, just as you can sell overseas, overseas can sell here. And therefore, there's no barriers to competition. I'm sure you're aware that squash and racquetball are popular in my home country as well. And there are a few e-commerce sites doing quite discounted sales of, I presume, similar or the same products. So what I'm really trying to understand is, what is your competitive differentiation when it comes to the point of purchase on the web?
So in terms of price, we see that on the online market it is hugely competitive on price. If we don't compete on price and we can't provide the same price as the other cheapest online retailers, we will not sell. Therefore, we've managed to secure the biggest distributor in the UK to supply all our rackets and all our stocking so that we can provide the cheapest prices on the internet, and we will be competitive on price. Then the question is, how well do we market ourselves, and what is the extra incentive for someone to buy from us? We promote the sport, unlike anyone else, and we also will market it through Mark and Chris, who have all their contacts in the squash world, to the specific squash market, and we can target the people that will buy from us.
OK, thank you very much indeed. Thanks, thanks Will, thanks Mark, thanks Chris. Starsports Development.